Government intervention in the market. It is because in order to protect consumers from unfair prices. Four government interventions are maximum price, minimum price, imposition of tax and subsidies. Price control, the process of fixing the price which is regulated by the government. There are two types of price control, maximum price and minimum price. Maximum price is set the legal price by the government, which is set below the equilibrium price to prevent producers from raising the price above it. It is implemented to protect consumers, usually during food shortage, to ensure low-cost food for the poor. Advantages: the maximum price will benefit consumers since they are able to enjoy goods and services at cheaper price. Other than that, the government sets maximum price to prevent the market price from rising after a certain level. Disadvantages: excess demand or shortage lead to the existence of black markets or illegal markets. Other than that, since there is no profit to be gained by the producers, some producers may cut their production of commodities and this will cause great shortage.
Government intervention in the market. Minimum price. This is a minimum price, or we can call floor price. Floor price refers to the minimum price set by the government to prevent the price of goods and services from falling beneath a certain level. The minimum price set by the government to protect producers, especially farmers. This is important to make it effective. A minimum price must be set above the normal free market equilibrium. If not, then it will have no impact. Now, this is the advantages and disadvantages of minimum price. For the advantages, the income of producers or farmers is protected and to prevent prices becoming too low in the free market. The government may store or keep the surplus of the agriculture produce for future consumption. Lower paid workers are better off ever since the government set a minimum wage. Okay, for the disadvantages, unfair to consumers since they have to pay more for the goods and services, lead to wastage of resources. The concept of minimum wage could lead to the problem of unemployment, and it also could affect the government efforts to reduce dependency on foreign workers.
Price control. The government might intervene in the market not only by control the price of goods but also imposing no-price control regulation. Government intervention includes levying tax on goods and services. Effect of indirect tax on price and quantity. The government imposed two types of taxes. First, direct taxes and indirect taxes. Direct taxes is income tax and indirect taxes is sales tax and service tax. Incidences of tax refers to burden of tax borne by consumer and producer. The incidence tax is not necessarily equal for both consumer and producer. The distribution of tax burden depends on elasticity of demand and supply. Figures show that when demand is less elastic than supplies, consumer will pay more tax. For B, demand more elastic than supply curve, producer pay more tax. Perfectly elastic demand, consumer pay entire tax. Then perfectly elastic demand, producer pay entire tax. Perfectly elastic supply, consumer pay entire tax, and perfectly elastic supply, producer pays entire tax. The effect of subsidy on price and quantity is opposite from the indirect tax. It is sometimes called as a negative tax. Lastly, degree of elasticity and benefit of subsidy. Demand is less elastic than supply in elastic demand. The benefit consumer receive more benefit of subsidy. B. Demand is more than supply. Elastic demand. Producer receive more benefit of subsidy.
Okay, maximum prices is unfair to the consumer. Same goes to the producer, which is minimum price is unfair. Means it's shown that Islam perspective not only focus on one side but also both sides, which is producer and consumer to achieve fairness. Okay, next, however, Islam allowed the government to control prices if it's proven that the increase and decrease in prices are due to injustice and manipulation of the market. Means certain company, they keep their product and the supply go decrease. The supplier goes decrease and the price is go increase lah. The price will rise. Same goes to decrease in price. Means a lot of supplier. Okay, so the government can control the prices. That's all.
Okay, this is Islamic point of view of price control, which is only allowed under certain circumstances. That we all know, in fact, that price control is something that makes things worse. However, in Islamic perspective, there are a few conditions or circumstances that are allow the price control to be happen. In this case, or in this perspective, it helps to avoid unfairness between producer and consumer.